Alright. I think we're gonna skip the whole set thing for 5 minutes and just go ahead and get started. And I had the cat, and of course he left as soon as we got started. What a cat. What a pal. What a pal. Alright, so here's the scoop. OBS updated, for one thing. I actually have a YouTube Docker thing in there now, so that's neat. It's not very helpful, but it at least tells me that we're green. Means our stream is going. So that's nice. And then on top of that, I went and got me a flu shot the other day, and I'm kind of feeling it. So we'll see how well this works. So the plan is here. About a year ago, I did, hang on, my EZD6 video that I did when I was reviewing it. It's like, hey, this is a super cool game, blah, 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 blah. That was, I think, like the day after Christmas when that video went out. So it's almost a year. And the reason it's kind of important is because, sadly enough, that video is like 90% of the views on my channel. It's what people keep coming back for, or keep finding me. So it still rakes in more views than like what I make regularly. So we had the idea. It's like, well, why don't you do a funny one-shot for a 1-year celebration? So since it's on Christmas, not the one-shot, but the video that when it originally came out, we're going to do a Christmas one-shot. Christmas themed. So, you know, a big bad evil Santa Claus, most likely. So I think, all my notebooks over there. Hang on, I had some stuff jotted down. I'm good. Alright, I'm back. So, assuming I grabbed the right notebook, I had doodled up some stuff, some concepts. I probably grabbed the wrong notebook. Nope, there it is. Oh yeah, it's where the cat walked across it with wet feet and ruined everything. Very nice cat. Alright, so I want them to go up a mountain first, and then they're gonna find Santa's evil lab. Yeah, so I was piddling the other day, trying to figure out kind of how to do mountainy stuff. And I think what I found, yeah, excuse me, you can kind of, yeah, that makes it slope in and out, so it's not just a hard stop like it was, you know, like that, which is okay for some things. But yeah, you can do that. Ooh, that was a little more than I wanted, but yeah, that'll give you kind of like, it looks like you're a path going up there. Maybe it's gonna be, I haven't done this before, so it's gonna be new. It's gonna be a learning experience. And I guess since we're in the north, right, we're gonna want, we'll probably want most of it to be snow, but I'm going to leave that. I'm going to do it backwards for now, so I'm not blinding everybody with the white screen. I was also, actually, now that I say that, yeah, I can have like kind of patches like this. That might be what I do. If I do that, that just looks smoky. So I'll do that. Alright. That's it. I guess we need a starting area, right? So we can have, that'll be right about here. So this is what I was thinking too. So we got, I'm gonna climb the mountain, and they're going to find, I think, this is what I'm thinking. They're going to find some Just regular mountain monsters, nothing special. And then they're going to find, as well, some traps, you know, like falling rocks, yada yada yada, pitfalls. When they get farther up there, they're gonna find a couple natural monsters. They'll take those down fairly easily, and then they'll find a different version of one of those monsters, but it's like mutated and experimented on. They're like, oh, what's that? And then they get farther up, and this music's actually pretty loud for me. They'll find that, and then they'll find the lab, which will have, of course, Santa's little elves in it. They'll be very bad folks. I kind of wanted the reindeer to be a bunch of mini bosses, but there are entirely too many. So I guess I will mutate all the reindeer into one nasty conglomeration. Alright, yeah, I gotta turn this down. I see how it's, like, not loud for y'all, but it's super loud for me. Alright. So yeah, a big mutant reindeer with all the heads on it. And I feel like Jack Frost needs to be in there somewhere, too. I can figure that out. Getting a little ahead of myself, though. We gotta make the mountain first. It's Noobster. You didn't remember, but the ping reminded you. Well, that's what the pings are for, my man. We're doing Christmas things. So, let's... Yeah, like I said, let's just make this starting area. Well, now the music got super quiet, of course. Okay. Wish I had a little more control of the taper on it. So if I do that, and then I decide, oof, I want more points. Okay, I can kind of play with it. Kind of. Kind of. Oops. That's not what I wanted to click. I don't like the way that... There we go. This is where they'll start. I don't know. Kind of running in here without a plan, really. It's not good. I'm thinking you can totally see these hand motions I'm making. I want it to... You have these walls that kind of funnel them in a direction and then it opens up. But at the same time, you gotta have some walls because they're on a mountain. So, like... I just have random... Because see, they can come up here and they're like, oh, that's a path, but that's too tall and it's an edge, yada yada yada. I feel like it might get more confusing than anything. I also don't... Ooh, I'm trying to think how that's going to work in Foundry. Because you can put walls that block vision or just block movement. You can do terrain walls, I feel like. So if I do... Tell you what. Let's do some experimenting. I'm going to drop a quick room right here. Oop, there's a door. Alright. Then let's export real quick. Not there. Gaming. Wall test. How about that? There it goes. Alright, now let's fire up Foundry. Let's see, I will need to do this when Foundry actually loads. There it is. Squirrel testing. We'll do that one. Oh, now, Crash, you're gonna get on the desk. Okay, let's do. Will that work? That'll work. If I turn. There you go. Alright. Well, let's drop in a quick map. Try this out. Just so I don't know what I'm doing here. Oop, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the right one. Wall test. Oops. Okay, so if I put, what do we have here? Terrain walls. I don't think that's quite gonna do what I want. Could be wrong. Where's Parker's token here? I do. Oh, token vision's already on. All right. Wheel. Ducks. If I do. Okay, that very. Why is that one spot blocked? Okay. It goes. Weird. That's very strange. It like kind of sort of blocks his view, but not really. Got invisible walls. Let's see if I just draw straight up wall right here. Well, I guess that might be fine, because if he... Let's do this. I do... Oops. Need one more. And then, okay. Alright. He's trudging through the mountain here. Yeah, see, that's what I don't like. I want him to be able to see over, like, down in the valley. It makes sense that he can't see when he's down here, because that's up high. But I don't want his view to be blocked when he's up high. Wall direction. Oh boy. How does that work? Oh, I get a little symbol. I hear the cat howling out there. Okay. Aha! I have to do that for each wall. By the way, unrelated, I don't know if you've ever talked about this before, but what's your view on hexagonal grids? So, good question. I've never used them, but I want to. There's some, at least in 5e, you know, when you're got all these other things to worry about. And I can show you. Yeah, the cone. This is when I hate grids. Hexagon is the bestagon. Yes, it is. So, like, let's say you have this, right? Your cone thing that goes three tiles out, right? So there's 3. But when you do it, let's say, was it 5, 10, 15? Now where we were? When you do it either completely horizontal or vertical, you know, it's fine. But then when you go 3 tiles out, all of a sudden your cone is way bigger. And things like that get very, very annoying. Yeah, see, like, those are both 3 tiles, but you can see when you go. But I've looked for hexagon maps of like interiors, and I cannot find any. So I guess they're only for like, every hexagon map I've seen is for overworld stuff. You're using a chessboard distance? Well, so it depends. That's where people get to arguing. They're like, they say, oh, you know, it's, what is it, 15 feet would be 3 tiles, right? So 5, 10, 15. Except I started in the middle of that one, so. Like, that's 15 feet, and then if you're here, you go the same linear distance, you end up going more because squares. Where's my... Can I, like, not start in the middle? Like, there's 15 feet. I don't know. Usually... How would I... It gets so weird when you start going diagonally. I got all these things on here. I don't know. I would prefer hexagons because everything just works out nice and neat. How well taxi cab works? I don't even know what that is. Is that like a different system or something? But anyway, like, I would really like to see hexagon interior maps, but I have not seen any. You don't know if you're using the right name? Well, that's fair. If I grab all of these... well, okay. I can attempt to grab all of them. Wall direction left. Oh, we missed one. Okay, so that should... Now he can see over the top, except for something over here for some reason. I don't know what's going on, but... Oh, wait, I know why. Because he's... And that actually... sort of makes sense, but not really. Oh, wait, could he just... Okay, he can't go... But he can actually... Whoop, fall off of it. Alright, that's interesting. But that works. It's like he can't see up there. And then when he goes up here... He can see down. Interesting. Manhattan distance? Well, right now you're just really confusing me. His door, no. Movement. What is limited? Let me put him right here. If I have a wall right there, and I say that is limited. Well, it doesn't look limited. You can't get around it. You can see all around it. Alright, that makes sense. I do... make a box. Alright, limited. I'm missing one. Here we go. That still doesn't... What am I doing? There we go. Okay, so if we make a box... That's... I don't understand what's happening here. I have... He can't... He can see the top of it. But he can't see around it. That's so weird. Banjo-Kazooie. So, their effect and make a diamond. Let's see. The distance between 2 points measured along axes at right angles, like only traveling along. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, you know, basic math. So if you say you get 5 feet and then you go up 1, right 1, or up 5, right 5 to make a triangle, your longest leg there, the green one, the hypotenuse, that's going to be longer. And that's what I'm saying, the square grid system, when you start going diagonally, it just falls apart. And I don't like it. But it is what it is. So like, and that's only been a problem in 5e, right? Because it says, okay, this is specifically 10 feet. This is specifically 20 feet, yada yada. So you have to measure stuff out. Whereas like Mouse Ritter just has zones. It's like, okay, either you're near or you're far, right? And EZD6 is kind of the same way. That Tri-Cube game we played, it didn't give beans about your distance, so. The handful of games I have played, 5e is the only one so far that gives a toot about actual distance. So all that to say, normally the grid isn't a problem because you're not paying attention to it. It's just something to put tokens on. Now that's it. What are these walls? I'm hurting my brain here. Let's see. This kind of works. Like I said, if he's there, and then that works, but I'm afraid... I got a feeling that's not actually going to work. In the grand scheme of things here. I don't know which way those need to go. Yeah, say it like that. It's like, okay, why can't I see across there? That's a little wonky. When you're down here, it makes sense. But when I'm up here, it don't make sense. Okay, so if we do... Man, y'all remember Banjo-Kazooie? What a game. So if we do limited... It's the same problem. Oh wait, I have a funky wall here. Yeah, well, shoot, it still is the same problem. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this the way I want. That makes me sad. We may have to come back to the mountain scene later. Right, you know, I could just put walls there and say, hey, Those are walls. Use your imagination. I want to do better. Yeah. Oh. There's gotta be something there. All right. Let's work on Santa's lab first. We'll do the mountain pass later. So move that. Excuse me. Move that there. Okay. Doot, doot. Let's. This sounds like Bomberman 64. It is. Blue Resort. Man, that was such a good game. Santa's lab. Santa's lab. What do we want his laboratory to look like here? We can have some blue walls. That might be a little too blue. That's not blue at all. I don't know, should it look like ice? Like ice walls? Frozen? I don't see why not. Maybe that's too blue. A little more on the wider side? I don't know. What about a floor? There you go, just blue carpet through the whole thing. Alright, give me... Well, I kind of like that. Almost looks like water, though. Yeah. That's too watery. Of course, you know what we could do. Make this a little bigger so I can show you. We could just not put a floor and then have, you know, good old terrain through here. And like have rocks through there and then snow patches. Yeah. And maybe some places would have a proper floor. Maybe, maybe. I think we might do that. Alright. What are we going to have? I ran out of undos. In Santa's lab. Other than a mutated reindeer. I know this one. What is this? Conker's Bad Fur Day. Well, I wouldn't know that. I haven't played that. I feel like I kind of missed out not playing that game. Alright, we decided that was a bit much. Let's... Dirty ice. Alright, so we gotta have our little starting room. Mandatory. Okay. Let me get a notepad file open here. In case y'all start giving me some ideas. Let's see. EZD6 Santa Lab. Notes. Yeah, okay. So, what I say, we're gonna have the reindeer. Jack Frost got to be in here somewhere. There's gonna be nasty little elves. And I thought, I had the idea, you know, like, what if his lab, the map for his lab was a snowflake? I don't think that would work very well, but it would have been cool. Like, if the whole shape of it was just a giant snowflake. That'd be a lot of dead ends. So I guess you could, like... I butchered that, but you get the idea. Have a snowflake like that. Much hallways, maybe? Alright. We'll just start drawing some rooms here. What kind of... Oops. What is that? Oh, that's a window. We can't change the color of doors. That's unfortunate. Alright. Guess, you know, you gotta have like a toy factory, right? We'll have a little secret right here. How about... Ooh, you know what'd be cool? Can't make round rooms, though. A big round room for Jack Frost. Ryan! Ah! How goes, Ryan? We're making Santa's evil lab. Oops. That's an ugly room. Working, found a new rabbit hole to go down. Pigeon fancying? You're gonna have to explain that one to me. Pigeon fancy. Are you fancying some pigeons? You gonna tame some pigeons? Don't think I've ever seen a pigeon in a rabbit hole. Yuck, yuck, yuck. It was a joke. Alright, I don't have those turned on. That's fine. You can put Jack Frost in there. Pigeon fancier are people who breed pigeons for things. A breed called the Old German Owl caught my eye. That and the Lucerne? Something like that? Pigeon breeder, huh? What a hobby to get into. No, that's not gonna do what I want. Alright, fine. Yeah. Also, I suddenly want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day. No idea why. Well, I could take a guess. I never played that, though. I missed out on that one. I was not of appropriate age when it came out. There was no way I was getting that one home. I do feel like I kind of missed out, though. Same here, but I've seen some Let's Plays. Good old crass fun. Yeah. You know, I'm sure when we were little, it was like the worst thing in the world, right? But looking back, it's like, oh, that's not that bad. Especially compared to what's out there now. Alright. So I really wasn't planning on making the lab. I really wanted to do the mountain climb, and we weren't able to do that without a lot of brainstorming. I didn't want to do that on stream, so. Tell you what we're going to do, though. Let's do this. I am going to pop open Mr. AI Man here, and we're going to say, I'm working on a TTRPG map. For a one-shot to play. That is a Christmas-themed adventure. Santa is the bad guy, and he has evil elves working for him, a mutated reindeer, and an evil Jack Frost. Players have to adventure through his evil laboratory. What are some ideas that I can use for rooms and traps? There we go. What's the AI man? Tell me. Mr. AI man, say just do it. That sounds like fun and creative idea for a TTRPG map. Here are some ideas. The Candy Cane Forest. Alright, off to a good start. A forest of candy canes that the players must navigate through. The candy canes are slippery, and the players must make a successful dexterity check to avoid falling. What are they falling from? Okay, it started off good. I like the Candy Cane Forest, though. Or you can find, when they're climbing the mountain, they can find some creatures impaled with candy canes. Well. The Gingerbread House. A house made of gingerbread and candy. The players must find their way through the maze-like structure while avoiding traps such as falling candy canes and gingerbread walls that close in on them. Oh. The Snowball Room. A room filled with snowballs that the players must dodge. The snowballs are thrown by evil elves who are hiding behind snowmen. The players must make a successful dex check to avoid getting hit. The Ice Slide, a long slide made of ice that the players must slide down. Slide slippery, and the players must... Yeah, that's just like the candy canes. The Toy Room, a room filled with toys that have come to life. Wow, I was kind of banking on that. Players must fight off the toys while avoiding traps, such as exploding presents and toy soldiers. Okay. I'm gonna have to find, like, some Christmas-themed assets for map making. And I really wish I could just straight up doodle on this map. Put notes and stuff down. Like, this is Jack Frost's lair. Wake him up. Ooh, they could have a puzzle. Not like a puzzle, but there could be something they can do and wake up and have Jack Frost on his side, their side, or if they do it wrong, then Jack Frost will attack them. So they'll have like this tub of snow and the magical hat next to it. Oh, that's good. Okay, let me write that down. Who's Jack Frost? Isn't he the snowman? That comes to life when you put the... Or am I thinking of somebody else? No, Jack Frost is... Yeah, he's a snowman. They put the magic hat on him and he comes to life. But I think there's also another thing, like Jack Frost was actually a person and he died in a pretty terrible accident, so... You just don't know Christmas things? That's alright. Most of them don't make sense anyway. All right, Ryan, you know this one? You know this track? All right, I'm gonna write that down though. Jack Frost. Tub of snow. Magic top hat. Do something the players can do to awaken him. Their side, or if they mess up, they have to fight him. Alright, good times. And I think... Ooh. We could have a series. Oops. Of like little toy factory lines or production lines here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Gotta get through them. Something waiting for them at the end. Something good. Like the foreman's office or something? I don't know. Be some loot in here. I love how YouTube thinks you're playing Factory. Yeah, YouTube, good job. Well, I was asking if you knew what the track was, but you left, so now you got a new track. Do you know what this one is? This was also a great game. It was a very weird game. Very weird. But, man, did me and my buddy love it when we were growing up. Parents were just like, what's wrong with y'all? Let's just make another. Alright, so those are toy shops, right? My only wild guess is to collect everything into a big ball game. No. It's Mystical Ninja. Just the weirdest game. And I want to put some kind of notes down. I really hate the note tool in this thing. Toy shops. Jack Frost Lab. There we go. What did you look up? Mystical Ninja 64? Or Nintendo 64 or whatever? It's a super fun game though. No, don't get me wrong. It's just very weird. It has a laugh track in it. That's like when you're in the cutscenes or the dialogue and the bad guy says something stupid, you get like the stage performance laugh track. It looks so bad. Oh, no, okay, so there's 2 on the 64, I think. There's the 3D world, like, you know, go and explore and do things, and then there's a side-scroller one. So, it's great. It was so fun. There was one on Super Nintendo, too. And then the side-scroller one was hard, man. It was difficult. And then you like... there's a couple fights in the game. You basically get this Megazord contraption, right? And they go through the whole theme song and dance. There's this guy singing as you're getting into the vehicle. It's very Power Rangery. It's great. Oh man, And, you know, it's all in Japanese. You can't understand a word he's saying. Except for the 2 random English words they throw in there. Oh, so much fun. I think that's when me and my buddy's parents just kind of lost hope in us. Power Ranger Ninja Boy. Yeah. And it was great was the Megazord contraption was just a big mechanical version of that character, right? With the blue hair. I don't know if that's the one you saw, because you can play multiple different characters. It was, I said it was super fun the way it played, but it was also very weird. It was definitely meant for Japanese culture, right? A lot of that just did not translate well when it came over here. It was still enjoyable. And it had good music. All right. And the Zord has like the arms made of chain and ball. Yeah. And they just go out. And those, I think there was like 3 fights with that thing, 3 or 4, and you know the last boss had one, and it was a lot of fun. Springy caterpillar, look, yeah. You're gonna have to go get an emulator now, and ooh, I had an idea. I need you to come down here just a wee bit. Okay. We're gonna have the candy cane forest in here. Mayhaps. I don't know how that's going to work out just yet. But I want it. I want that to be a thing. This is going to be very full of candy cane trees or something. Let's see. I don't have... I'm going to have to find me some assets. I'm not going to get this map done in time. It's going to be Christmas by the time I get it finished. Let's see. I don't think I have trees I can color. I do have some pink ones already. Pink and blue. I could make them... I might could use something like that. The cotton candy forest. Ooh, and they get stuck in it. I spent way too much time with Spyro the Red Dragon. So I missed out on Spyro growing up. Kind of sad. GameCube. Until my younger cousin chose the only active save slot to start a new game on. Ooh. Ooh. That's terrible. Let's see. Candy cane. I don't know if that's 2 words or not. Or cotton candy forest. There we go. Yeah, boy. Alright, what would be... Got an empty area over here. Which is, you know, isn't a bad thing. You know what I could do? I could just have a whole other map. That's the candy cane forest. I've done something like that, that like when they go through a door, it's like, okay, I'm going to bring you to this other map. And then it could be a super weird forest they go into. Ooh. And then the mutant reindeer can be chasing them through the forest. Spyro, Super Mario Sunshine, Melee, oh yes, and Kirby Air Ride. Missed that one, Arma Nostalgia. Games with some Super Mario World and Donkey Kong Country sprinkled in. So, loved Donkey Kong 1 and 2. 3 was, or Donkey Kong Country, whatever. I don't think I've played anything. Well, I played Donkey Kong 64. But Mario, how do you feel? I was just talking about this the other day with somebody. How do you feel about the games post Mario 64? I know Mario 64 was like kind of an anomaly. It was so good. But man, I haven't really enjoyed any of the Mario games since. Like, I completely missed Mario Sunshine, and I did try it recently because we picked up that Mario All-Stars 2 and it had Sunshine on it, and I don't know, maybe it just didn't port well or something, but the controls were so bad I couldn't stand it. It just wasn't very fun either. Like, I missed being able to punch things, and I don't know, it just made me want to play Mario 64. And then I tried Mario Odyssey. Is that the one where New Dunk City and all that? And it was just okay. Like, there was nothing really very enjoyable about it, and I breezed through it in no time. And I was just like, man, that was very bland. And then Mario Galaxy, I get 1 and 2 confused. And I tried them, and they were okay. The whole world mechanic, right? You're on a little world and you're going around it. Like, that would have been fine for one painting in Mario 64, right? Where you have like 7 stars or whatever to get. But a whole game on that mechanic, I couldn't dig it, so. And then my brother just came down for a visit and we tried the new one. I think Mario Wonder, where you turn into an elephant one night. Again, it was just very, like, it was just, like, it's not bad, but it's not very fun. Same thing for the one that had the cat suit in it. Like, it's just like, man, this is not fun. It feels like it's just made, it's weird, because like on one hand it feels like it's made for tiny little kids, because you almost can't lose in it, and then you'll turn around and have this like ridiculously hard speedrunner type of challenge. 3D Mario peaked on 64 on Galaxy first. Sunshine is rose tinted for me, and Odyssey is solid, but not very. Yeah, it's just Mario 64 was it, man. And that's the thing. Like, I like the previous Mario titles too. Before that, like Super Mario World, still fun. Mario 3, maybe Mario 2, and of course Mario 1. But like, yeah, man, just everything after that was just very meh. Nintendo's lost their touch. Fast 2D Mario peaked at Super Mario World. Yeah, slow 2D Mario peaked on Donkey Kong for the Game Boy. Remember the Game Boy Mario games? I think Mario 2 was the one I played on Game Boy. It was weird. Now, what about Wario on the Virtual Boy? That was a fun game. I still have my Virtual Boy. I thought that was the coolest thing. And I got it in a pawn shop like years after, like, I don't know how many years. Well, okay, I guess it couldn't have been too old. But I did get it at a pawn shop. Like, in the box and everything. And I was a kid, so it wasn't too old. And I remember going to Best Buy and looking for games, and the rack of Virtual Boy games was there. And you could only get them at Best Buy. Walmart didn't have them or anything. And there was like 10 games or whatever. There wasn't very many. And I want to say they only made either 16 or 32. I can't remember, like, total games. It was not very many before the whole thing just got shut down. And I was like, I don't know. I guess it was kind of clunky. But the Virtual Boy was super fun. Like, I have the Wario game. I have Mario Tennis, because I think that's what came with it. And the Mario Tennis game is so much more fun than it should be. And then I got one called Virtual Force, which is one of those top-down shoot-'em-up things. And it's so much fun. All of those were really great. It's like, man. Minus, you know, the 6 or 8 AA batteries it takes to run that thing. It's pretty fun. I also like the controller, too. A little awkward, but... Alright. Let's go back to Mr. AI, man. What do we have? The toy room, we did that. Ice slide, nope. Snowball room, nope. Gingerbread house, I'm making this map too big. We got the candy cane forest. I like the idea of the mutant reindeer chasing them through the forest. Played Wario 2 on the Game Boy Advanced. What was... There was a Wario game on the Game Boy. One of those Game Boys, I think. I think it was just regular Game Boy that we played. Or no, maybe... I think I'm thinking of a Mario game you played where Wario was the bad guy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. That was a weird one. Wario. Let's ask Mr. AI Man for some more. I'll say those are great ideas. Do you have any more? Mario Bros. 2 or 3? Yeah, I think... I don't know, for some reason I want to say Mario 2 is that really weird one. Like with really catchy tunes, but had really abysmal graphics. Whereas Mario 3... But it might have been 1. I might have been thinking about 1. 1 had bunny ears you could get, and that would like let you... They were kind of like the raccoon tail from 3. The one with the giant Mario mech as a bunch of... Oh, you know what? I might remember that. Alright, we got some more ideas here. The Nutcracker Room. A room filled with nutcrackers that have come to life. Avoid traps such as exploding nuts. Kind of like the idea of a room full of nutcracker statues, and they're like traps, not so much a straight up fight. The Snow Globe Room, a room filled with snow globes that the player must navigate through. The snow globes are enchanted, and the player must make successful intelligence. What if they were in a snow globe? The Wonka's Nutcracker Room. The Present Room, a room filled with presents that the player must open. Ooh, some of the presents contain helpful items, while others contain dangerous traps. Okay. So, for the sake of Ollie, we have to have a present that's a mimic. Alright, let me write that down. A present that's a mimic. Because, of course. Alright, I'll write that down. The Chimney Room, a room which a large chimney that the players must climb up. Well, that's interesting. The chimney is filled with soot and ash, and players must make successful strength checks. Maybe they have to escape. They kill Santa and the place starts blowing up and they have to jump down a chimney. The Ice Maze, the players must navigate. Yeah, the maze, slippery. Okay, yeah, we're getting a lot of redundancy here, but... Okay. So, let's have a room. After they come out of the forest. Yeah. Let's do it like this. Oop. Let's just totally miss. Man, yeah, I got to find some... I don't have any kind of Christmas assets here. But I'm thinking... You have a bunch of tables. Oh, don't you love it when they... There we go. And then they'll have presents on there. Room o' presents. Just Hue stuff to Christmas, or Hue shift normal stuff to Christmas. Well, Yeah, I mean, some of that you can do, but like I would like actual present boxes to put on there, and I don't use a lantern, I guess. So yeah, that's totally a present wrapped up. There's some things you might could get away with. But, I mean, if we go to... What is it? Cartographer? How do you spell that? Cartographer's... resource? Okay, that must not have been it. It's cartographer something. This website. Assets, TTRPG. Oh, cartography assets. There you go. So if I search, unfortunately, their site is like stupidly slow. Cthulhu Christmas. All right, come on. And then I got an error. That also happens a lot. All assets. If I go there. And then we load, and then we load, and then we load. Okay. Search. Christmas. Christmas. Loading, loading. Maybe. I think it's loading. There it goes. Got a little fire pit. That doesn't... Desert trees. I don't... How am I getting this when I search Christmas? You have failed me. Carpets? It might help. You really did not... You're just showing me everything. Christmas equals everything, I guess. Ultimate Dungeons Mega Pack for $8. Yeah, okay, so I searched Christmas and it did not search at all. I think it's just showing me the entire library. Alright. Well, let's not worry about that. I feel like we need... Of course we need a good riddle, right? Gotta have a riddle. So... Seems like a good place for one. I think... let's see, we're gonna be playing EZD6, so... Could we have a car chase, so to speak? A vehicle scene where Santa's getting away in his sleigh, and they have to get in something else and shoot him down? I don't... What could they use? Just another sleigh? A rocket-powered one? Maybe not. Maybe not. Just... I need something over here. And I'm pretty sure the candy cane forest over here, or cotton candy forest, is going to be its own map. Like, they'll walk in here and I'll just yeet them over to a different map, which is fine. That's no biggie. Because it definitely needs to be bigger than that. So, and I don't know if I want to... Yeah, I have to think about that one. Man, my phone is just exploding over here. What's going on? Things. More things. Why does everything come in at once? Okay. I think. So I gotta imagine here. That could take up a significant portion, and we gotta get through this in one night. That's the thing. Like, I keep coming up with these cool ideas, right? Or having these concepts. Like, oh, we could do this, we could do that, we could do this, and then we go here, and it's like, okay, we gotta get this done in a single night, and we already have a mountain climb to get through, assuming I can make that map, and then a lab, and then a boss fight, and then this forest. So I think. Yeah, this is just like bare bones, obviously, but... And I want... Like, if they go through these toy shops, right, there'll be like a little fight, or a little fight, and a little fight, or like some kind of danger trap. Might not even be an actual fight, but something. And then they have to determine, all right, is it worth it to keep pushing? Because it's clear it's just going to be the same thing over and over. And then there's going to be things over here... Like maybe a couple potions, but maybe some weapons too that will like make them stronger, you know, make it worth it. So this is going to be a little secret thing. Probably have a potion in there, maybe a scroll if anybody picks up scroll reading. I don't know what this room is going to be. I just made it, and I got room over here for stuff. Actually, over here might have some hints and secret for bringing back Jack Frost on their side. Okay. And that's just a room to connect things. Always. And the toy shops. And then this big old thing. The mutated reindeer. Actually. I don't... Let me try. I don't think this is going to work with Microsoft's image creator thing. Mutated reindeer with multiple heads. Evil looking. Dark and gritty Indian ink. I'm probably going to come back like, we're not making that. See, the AI generators are great for making horror images because it just kind of does it naturally. Oh my goodness. Ah, that's ugly. I love how the AI generators for photos have been from horror photos. They're good at it, right? Those extra limbs and... Oh, this is like... Oh, this is so gross. Okay. How do I... Let me make a... Window capture, display capture. Okay. If I do this... Will that work? Look at those. If I click on one, oh, it gets a little offset. Unfortunate. Wow, that needs to stay right there if I do that. Alright, I'll just leave it like that. Novels AI image render seems to have figured out to do hands. I've not heard that one. At least the anime one. Yeah, so like the anime models, for all this AI stuff, have significantly more data. So I'll let you figure out why. But this one... Golly, man, that's just got the arm coming out of it. Ugh. I don't like the human heads. I want it to be like all the reindeer heads. But that one's pretty good. Alright. That one's just no. This one... Yeah. Alright. Alright, reindeer with multiple reindeer heads. Evil looking, dark and gritty. And unique. Nightmare fuel. There we go. We'll see what that gives us. Try joined antlers. Ooh. Sounds gross. Okay. Oh. So gross. Look at this one. He's got like heads coming off his antlers. You know, if you like shopped out that and just had the main part of him coming at you, that could be Rudolph. You got to make his nose glow, and then he has all the other heads on his antlers. Okay, we might use that one. Do a little photoshopping. That's so gross. I don't care for these other ones. That's just nightmare fuel. Okay. What'd you say? With joined antlers. Let's see. With multiple reindeer heads with joined antlers. I hate everything. I hate it so much. Alright. It's like a floating... Look at this one. Got some teeth. Alright. The joined antlers thing kind of messed it up, but holy moly, look at this one. That's... You have that chasing you through the woods. I don't know about that one. Where's my... Wow, he looks a little top heavy. Alright, let's mutated reindeer with multiple reindeer heads. Evil looking. How about evil and scary looking? Dark and gritty Indian ink. Man. So, speaking of AI art, have you heard any of the fuss and hubbub about Shad from Shadiversity and his obsession with AI art? Like, I watched Shad a while ago when he was just doing medieval stuff, and then I kind of fell off the wagon, and apparently so has he. Do you know who Shad is? Are you familiar with him? These aren't very good. That one's... Alright. Well, I kind of like... Alright, I'm going to push the download button there. No idea? Okay. So yeah, it's just... It was just a guy, I wouldn't call him a historian, but like, he talked a lot about... Oh, I'm off center here. Swords, medieval weapons, and then he'd also talk about just medieval stuff in general, like castles, how they were built, some of the traps and stuff, you know, interesting stuff. And the reason I came across his content is when I was working on that book I was writing, there was things I wanted to look up and know and make the setting more believable. And I want this guy. Download. So I watched some of his stuff, you know, just coming out. I was like, all right. But he got pretty rambly. It's like, dude, this is a 30-minute video. It could have been about 10. So stop watching him, and man, he just like went off on the deep end, and then AI art came out. He's like, I'm an artist. AI art's great. Blah blah blah. Like he's just the laughing stock of the internet at this point. So kind of sad to see, but you know, if he'd stop doubling down. And what's crazy is he has a brother who is also pretty. So like Shad has a couple million followers, right? He's not a small potato. And his brother, Jazza, you would never know they were related, but Jazza also has a couple million, and he's an artist, right? That is his business, his career, his skill, and he's just so super positive, and they're just total opposites. I think Jazza has recently had to somewhat disown Shad. He's like, hey, you know, people have been asking, like, just because he's my brother, we don't share the same political perspectives and all this stuff. Also, this guy is super creepy. That's like a spider with reindeer heads and lots of teeth. That's just eyeballs, but I like the head. Like he's got the same kind of thing. I don't need eyeballs everywhere. Ew. Black metal album cover. Oh, it looks like something. That one's pretty good. I like that. Not the. I guess a couple human skulls are fine. I guess AI is perfect for Eldritch Hordes. Yes, it's very good because it makes messed up things just naturally, right? So. Alright, let's do one or two more. I'm still convinced on that other one that I need to edit a little bit. Oh, I wanted to try, instead of Indian ink, I wanted to try watercolor. Me. Oh, that's not bad. I kind of like that, like the white faces. That's pretty neat. Me. Okay, let's try dark and gritty watercolor. Reindeer are just bad children mutated into servants of Santa. Ooh. Ooh. This is getting to be a very dark Christmas. Was Krampus gonna come in and save the day? Totally flipped the script. Oh, it only gave us 2. Oh, why's my phone ringing? Spam. Don't like that. That's weird. Like multiple reindeer. Alright. I think we'll... since we only got 2, let's do one more. Oh, Glee's job hunting. Got a potential remote opportunity. Here's hoping. Anyway. Ooh, man, I like this guy. Kinda off screen. He's like got the beard going on or whatever. The main remote moving time. Yeah, Glee's job hunting. So there's so many mixed feelings, right? Because this job she has now, it pays very well. It's the most she's ever made. And it's giving her a ton of connections. Like, she's connected to the entire city right now. And she really likes most of her coworkers, like minus one person that nobody likes, right? Every job has that one person. But like her boss is understanding, easy to work with, and her boss's boss is the same way. but she hates having to drive 40 minutes to get to work every day, which I don't blame her, because she has to drive through some really bad parts of town too. And then there's no need for her to be in the office. And then you probably remember, right? She's a designer, right? A graphic designer. She doesn't get to do much artwork. She doesn't get to do much designing, much creative work, and it's really, there's your kid one you're talking about. Oh, that's gross. Anyway, she doesn't get to do much creative work, and then like just recently there was this opportunity for some creative work to be done, and nobody was getting in her way. She was able to do what she wanted, and she knocked it out of the park. All her bosses were like, wow, this is amazing. We're going to get some high quality prints of this and hang them up. And what it was for these posters, it was for 2 DJs. It was going to be 4 posters, but one person backed out at the last minute. It was 2 DJs and some performer. And she made a poster for each one. And they liked them. The company liked them so much, and they showed them to these performers and DJs, and they liked them so much that they wanted like super high quality prints, and like it was nothing but positive feedback. And she's like, see what happens when you let me do my job and you don't get in the way. So it's very, very frustrating. Like, she's frustrated and knows that she really shouldn't be frustrated because it's such a good position, which makes it frustrating, right? For as much sense as that made. All right, let's get rid of that. So yes, she has been looking every day pretty much since she started. I think she's coming up on 200 applications deep. So not a fun process though. Exactly. Hope she finds something that works. Yeah. So she just sent a message saying, the job I mentioned yesterday sent me some pre-interview questions and the job posting sounds really good, fully remote, and it pays more than what she's currently making. So, but that's another thing about this job she has. It has a really nice fancy title, which looks great on the resume and LinkedIn, right? Which will open the door for other things. So that's why she's powering through, but might be time to move on. She's done the time to move on to the next thing. And she's also realizing, like, see, she thought she wanted to be a creative director, but now that she's gotten more down the pipeline, up the ladder, whatever you want to say, and like this job she's got now, she's seeing how corporatized it is and stuff. She's like, okay, if I end up being a creative director, I'm not going to actually be creative. So she's like, dang it, what do I want to do? She's like, she wants to be creative and do stuff, but, you know, of course, also get paid well. So she's trying to find a good position. She doesn't really have the, some Yoshi music. The desire to be, like, in charge of people. That's not there. She just wants to, like, handle projects and make things. Director doesn't do the thing, they direct others to do the thing. Yeah. Sometimes in her field, the art director gets super hands-on, but that's like kind of a hard thing to find from what I'm understanding. So. All right. So I guess we need a boss fight. What kind of room should Santa be in? He could be in a big snowflake room. Or a Christmas tree room. He could throw snowflakes like ninja stars. Maybe that's what the elves will do. They'll be little ninjas. In my opinion, a hands-on director is probably not doing a good job, but that's a whole different... Yeah, it depends. Like, you know, I've seen places where you have a small crew and the director's like kind of making up for that, right? He has his own weight to pull on top of being the director and making sure everything gets done right. But yeah, it's everywhere is different, right? Like the last job I had, I think he was a director. I think that was his title, something like that. And he was good at it. Unfortunately, he did not stay very long, probably because he was good at it. But man, he had this huge project scoped out for this company. I was like, man, that was a massive undertaking. I don't know how you lined all this up. And every day, you know, he'd get us on the horn and we'd have our little phone call and he'd pull up Microsoft Planner. And my favorite thing about him is like, he'd ask me, he's like, all right, Scrat, how long does it take to do this thing? And I'm like, about 2 weeks. And he's like, all right, is that with fluff? And I was like, maybe a little bit. And he's like, okay, I'll give you 3 weeks. I was like, oh, sweet. So he understood the importance of putting cushion in there. And, you know, like I said, every day we were on the horn just for 10 minutes in the morning before we got started to see where we all were. And then if something bad happened, he just said, all right, well, we'll just push this out and we'll rearrange this. You know, it wasn't this big old to do. And he'd notify all the appropriate people and rearrange the structure. And it was smooth sailing, man. We were knocking out so much work, making headway. And then he was like, all right, I quit. I'm going to go work for the government now. Ah. He went to the Department of Defense, I think. Went back home to be with family. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good oldie. Yeah. He was a cool dude. You don't find good bosses like that very often. Most of them want to micromanage and all this other junk. All right, let's try. Let's do this. If I put that there. Let's see if we can't find some asset packs here. If I search Christmas, I just get all kinds of stuff. So what if I say presents? I can't remember what he went to work on. I think it was like something with satellites. Like, jeez. Impressive elements. Yeah, none of these. Do you see presents anywhere? And 121. Like that's the exact same thing. So if I say Christmas presents. Later, noobster. I'm about to wrap it up here anyway. You're not gonna miss much. Because I don't think the site's working today. Yeah, I'm getting all the same stuff. Alright, so the search is broken. Oh, slow. So slow. Portal ring. Ooh, sci-fi weapons. There we go. We can give them some lightsabers. Can we make those look like candy canes? Tokens. Ah. Ooh. Winter's coming. That might be a good one. That's $5 though. I don't know about all that. £5. Not even dollars. Nothing says Christmas like candy sabers. That's right. Vroom, vroom. So if I do... that probably won't work either, will it? Uh-oh, I broke it. I can't even click the things anymore. Oh! There we go. Oh, but okay, that actually worked. There's the carpets. I might could use that. Beholder. Eden's Essentials. Roofs. I don't use roofs. Oh, there's you a good track. Rainbow Road. Blueberries Terrain. Ooh, let me pop that open in a new tab. Scrunt. Somebody in chat told me about Scrunt. He's got some good stuff. Scrunt's Expanded Terrain. I have to take a look at that too. In fact, I have a couple of his packs now. Cyberpunk. Oh, Santa can be in a big mech. Yeah. Blending terrains. Those are some high quality terrains. Yeah, say that we're experiencing performance issues. Oh. Oh. Alright. Do we zoom in a little less? Those aren't bad. Kind of simple. Look like the vanilla assets. Rainbow Road. Yeah, boy. Look at that fire. Ooh, I like the... Whatever do you call that? Little cracks in the ground where lava's coming out. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, I can like make a pool of lava, but I don't have... What's the difference here? Those look the same. Yeah, I like those. Those ain't bad. Alright, what about Scrunt? Okay, see, look, he's got like... Damn, that looks cool. Look at that frog. He's got like cliff sides and stuff. So see, that's what I don't get. Like, I can just drop the map and like, alright, here's your map. Obviously you can see up here, you can't go up there. So boo on you. But like, I want to make the walls where they're down here, they can't see up there, but if they're up there, they can see down there. That's really, really nice looking. A bit of perspective and everything. That's pretty cool. Expanded terrain, shades, and matching paths. Alright, so what do you have in here? Cobblestone. Yeah. Okay, so it's like the little wall pieces. Wow. Interesting, interesting. Oh, okay. Ooh, excuse me, some walls. Or is that... Are these all paths? Expanded terrain, shades, and matching paths. Okay, yep. Interesting. Wow, spiky grass. You don't... Oh, okay. The rocks aren't part of it. He's showing his... Oh, look how they blend. That's pretty cool, man. That's fancy. Like, that's such a cool map, but what would you do on this map? Like, there's the bridge, and it's like, alright. I guess you could have a fight on there? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one up. Blending terrains. Those are very high detail. 500 plus terrains. They blend pretty well together. Oh, and it's 4 packs. Okay. Dang, that's intense. Ooh. It's so pretty. Man. Now see, These look great. Everything else you put on top of it would look so dumb. So you have, oh man, that's cool looking. You have like this super colorful, detailed terrain, and then you put like, you know, these very simple trees and whatnot on it. Would be very silly looking. But man, oh man, does that. How do you do that? It's gotta be like one piece. Man, I like that. That's, as the cool kids say, pretty dope. Oh man, there's... Alright, that might be how we do the mountain thing. Oh. Dang it! We're gonna have to try that one. Do the cool kids still say dope? Or do they say you got the Riz and skibbity toilet? You can't keep up anymore. Man, I really like that. I wish I knew which pack that was. Diggity dope? Swiggity swiggity diggity dope? For real, for real? I thought we were still in lit. I think that's gone, man. I keep seeing memes about Risen and Riz. Which, I'll admit, I don't mind that one. It's just charisma, so, you know. You got the Riz, you got the charisma. You risen up the lady. You know, you're laying smack down on her. Which, that has two different meanings now. Usually when you were laying the smack down on a girl, that meant you were hitting on her. And then it became, if you're laying the smack down on somebody, you were beating the crap out of them. So, yeah, be careful how you use that one. Alright, we're going to download that. Maybe. It works. We're going to try just the ice one. Alright. Let's keep going. That was a good find. These were a couple of good finds. Oh, I know this. What is this tune? Any more Bomberman? Pilot Wings. Right era. Man, Pilot Wings 64, there's one track on there that's so good. It's just like 99% bass guitar. I forget what it's called though. Me and Robin had to look up what Skibbity Toilet was the other day. We kept seeing memes about it. And some cartoon that got popular. I think it's a YouTube series about anamorphic toilets fighting. I don't know. Grant's weapons. Ooh, well, we'll just pop that open. Cyberpunk vehicles. Yeah, boy. Mushroom assets. I had to get that for Glee. Just putting mushrooms everywhere. Terrain presets. What are presets? Modern day world map. I don't want that. Modern, missing the O. Residential skyscraper. This is like full-blown map. We have icons. Lost Orphan. I don't want maps. I want map assets. Look at these mushrooms. Just look at them. There's so many. That's Grant's weapons. I like the. I'm surprised the vanilla Dungeon Draft assets barely had any weapons in them. Like, kind of surprising. Like the ones that have blood on them. They're not even shores. Oh, there's a... Isn't that Link's sword? from Majora's Mask if you get the super special mask. What is that? A three-headed flail? I don't think that would work very well. It totally is? Yeah, okay. I thought, what is it, like the fairy something sword? Yeah, we just had to slide it in there. It's alright. I love those pictures you'll see somebody will draw. It'll be like a shop or something inside of a shop, and then on the wall it's just everything in there is a video game reference or just some kind of reference. It doesn't have to be video games. It was like a bunch of... There was a really good one. It was some weapon shop. So, you know, there's like the Buster sword and then that sword, but there was also a couple bob-ombs under the counter and stuff like that. It's like, can you identify everything? Those pictures are great. You know, the longer you look at it, the more you find. Tires. Shadows and lighting. Fish! Big old fish. Okay, let me try... We'll try this real quick. Depending on how big it is. Where's that download? Come on, computer, I believe in you. Fish is a weapon? I mean, it can be. And Chivalry too, I'm pretty sure you can pick up a giant fish and hit people with it. It's such a fun game. It's so dumb. Let's see. Dungeon Draft. Custom assets. Paste. Those were not small. Alright. No, they're not that big. Oh, hey, and they're named. So we got forest, plains, swamps. I appreciate that. Water, frost, ice. Okay, so we want pack number 3. Yeah, I hate these things. These FA assets. Those were a mistake. Oh, look at there. Water, frost, and ice. Accept. Yes, I know. Save. And then we come over here. Okay. How do these work? Are they... Oh. Okay. Glacier. That's... I clicked the wrong one. Ooh. Today I learned some captive parrots forget how to fly. I believe them. They get stuck in a cage all day. Glacier 2. Oops. Okay. So that's like a road. Well, road. We could use that for... How do you do the big... The big. It's still that. He had like things, tall things coming out of the ground. Did he do it? Ooh. Okay, maybe it was these. Snow, 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 snow. Ah, snowy mountains. Okay. I don't really have much. Okay, these are super pretty, but I don't have really any control over it. Okay, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I can't like make a road through there. Just drop that down. Say, yeah, you can go up here. Come here. Blah, 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 blah. Squirrel Hermit, what's up, man? We're being disappointed with these tools here. Dang it. I'm not surprised that's how it works, but it's unfortunate. If I wanted to make a road. Yeah. Arrgh. Yeah. I could drop these down. It's really just a background, is all it is. Snowy rocks, snowy rocks. Yeah, that doesn't blend well at all. That looks great, but when you mix the two... Water, water, water. The water's cool. I could use that. Try plain dirt. Well... Or snow. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But it's gonna be so... I don't know what the word is. Hard to process. I don't know. I guess you could kind of work that around there like that. That looks confusing. Yeah, it's confusing. It's like from hill to stupid flat. Yeah, I wish I could just get like these rocks and stuff. Well, now hold up. Before I write it off completely. It did not... Oh, that was the other pack that had a bunch of paths, right? This was all terrain. Alright, so if I do... Yeah... That ain't gonna work, Bubba Louie. But, now hang on. So if I put... If I just... Go with what it gave me, right? So basically I'm just slapping down a background. I could... Like, put the walls, maybe? In Foundry? Like, draw walls around all these big old rocks, so that would... actually make a path. I would not be in control of the path, is the thing. I'd have to go with whatever it gave me. So like, if I wanted to close off over here, I don't know what I would do. Put something extra right there. What if we do smooth blending? That's not a big pattern. Yeah. The smooth blending kind of helped, though. Yeah. Look at there. You can't really tell what's going on, but... Oh, that's the same one. Darker colors, and I'm just scrolling through here. Sometimes I can't even tell where I put them. Blended too well. Oh, okay, now that one you can kind of tell what's going on. So there you go. Like I added a big rock. Now that kind of worked, but it's like I want a big rock here, but that's not where the the pattern is. It's almost super cool. Almost. Almost. Alright, well, shucks. Woo! That's a lot of rock. I don't know what you're supposed to do with that. Water look like. Yeah, see the water looks real good. When you turn smooth blending on the other way. Not terrible when you don't have it on. But yeah, that's super cool looking. I like that. The boat path, yeah. Well, say it's frozen. There was... It's so pretty. Alright, wasn't there just straight up ice? Glacier ice. Yeah. Yeah, you can kind of do that. That's just weird looking. That's... I'm gonna make my players cross-eyed looking at this. That's a shame, because it's so cool looking. Alright. Oh, that doesn't work. Goodbye. Yoop. There. So that's green dirt. We got rocky already. Gravel. Alright, let's save. Turn that off. Accept. Save. Alright. Purged from the map. Alright, well, golly, I guess I got a lot of experimenting to do with this. So, that's not exactly very entertaining, so I am going to... We've been at it 2 hours anyway, so normal time. I am going to close up shop, and there should be a vidya dropping tomorrow. It's just a short little update, things we got coming in the pipeline and all that, so... Holidays kind of got me thrown off for making things, but we will get there. So I will see you in a video tomorrow, and then we might. I don't know if we're going to do a one-shot Friday night if the other two goobers have planned something. Well, we're either going to do that, or we got a new EDF game where we went and bought 4.1. It was on sale, so we wrapped up World Brothers. It's time to get to back to the classics. Shooting space bugs. So I will see y'all Thursday and Friday. Bye.